Hello everyone. Welcome to hear a presentation about newborn F-Secure's journey towards data-driven future. In this presentation, we will have three key takeaways. Our data platform journey, which started 2022 from the demerger project, ending up to the full-blown data implementation projects. Then we will give you a sneak peek about our data governance model and how we are actually implementing it, and then why we have succeeded in this journey, what we have. But let's introduce ourselves first. So, my name is Joonas Julkunen. I have over 13 years experience in data architecture and master data management, currently leading F-Secure's IT, and recently completed 2 demergers. I have here co-presenter Sallamari, so please introduce yourself also.
Yes, hello. My name is Sallamari Tolonen. I belong to Joonas' team, and my responsibility is that I facilitate and implement the data governance models at F-Secure. And I will be telling our approach, how we do it. But first, Joonas will tell why does F-Secure exist.
Yes. Exactly. So cybersecurity is the topic, and I want to start with a couple of questions. So please think how many digital moments per day you have. Maybe tens, maybe hundreds, even thousands with your mobile phones, laptops, and so on. Do you feel safe in digital world in the middle of increasing cybercrime atmosphere? So when you are logging to social media, using different tools, logging in with your iPad or laptop, using your passwords. Do you feel comfortable in the technical world of cybersecurity? Most people actually do not, and that's why F-Secure exists. We try to make every digital moment more secure for everyone. We are platform agnostic, so we don't care if you're using iPad or iPhone, or Android phone, or laptop, or Mac. We have the same application, same tool, securing yourself and also your identity. But let's check a bit the numbers behind F-Secure. So our revenue this year is a bit over 140 million, or estimated revenue. Our estimated adjusted EBITDA is roughly 50 million euros. We have over 500 employees around the globe, and we have sales in our 100 countries. So truly global company, which roots are in Finland. But let's check the data, what we are handling every 24 hours. So millions and millions of transactions going through as events through our systems every day, and we are analyzing those with AI models and securing our customers. But because of that amount of data, we need also proper basic master data management to get everything aligned. And that is actually have been our challenge. So this is the data journey what we will present to you. So let's start from 2022. We had a demerger from F-Secure and we started ERP project. And at the same time, we were forced to build up our finance and business reporting in 2 months. We noticed during those projects that our master data is siloed and the bad quality. After those projects, we decided to start the definition project. What is our data vision? What are our opportunities and capabilities? And this was heavily done with our business people. So we got prioritized business use cases out of that definition project. We started data platform project, so technical part, but also parallel we started data governance implementation part. And also analyzing our customer and product data more to get enough understanding. Our first use cases were in production in the end of 2023, and also we kicked off our data hub teams beginning of 2024. And started also our customer master data concept creation, and at the same time the technical part and cleanups and so on. But what we have actually got from this? So we have a new customer master data model in production. We have a new capabilities in financial reporting with the new dimensions. We have a faster and more accurate invoicing process, and our forecast accuracy has taken a big leap up. And then we have also identified new automation capabilities. But our journey is actually still going on with other master data projects. So we have their product master data, concept creation coming, our customer care use cases, and people master data. But Sallamari will now open up that which are actually those building blocks which are the most important in successful data journey.
Yes.
So,
thank you, Joonas. Wonderful. So we have divided our data governance implementation to 3 different parts, and we have started on the strategy work, and then we do each and every single different data area with a similar kind of step. And the governance implementation is really project-wise work, and after that we have defined what kind of continuous improvement methods we need to use. Everything starts at the strategy work. This is done basically every year and revised. And we started by building this kind of F-Secure data vision, that how do we want to manage our data. And in this work, we defined the data governance concept. And this data governance concept is a document that describes how do we want to manage our data. So basically, it defines the vision and the approach, how we are then covering every single data area. Most important part of this data concept is the data roles that we have defined. So there is example roles that somebody must be a data owner, somebody must be this kind of data editor, somebody must be the rule maker for the data who decide what kind of values we can have. We created this kind of a high-level business process map, and we identified there the biggest data areas that we need to get under control. And in this strategy work, we then defined that which process areas we want to first start serving, and we want to do the data governance models for those. But the fun work starts when we start the implementation. And we created in this governance concept term a data hub team. And this data hub team is basically data management team. And in our company, we do this as a cross-organizational teams. So meaning that, for example, we have now been building the customer data hub team. So it has members from example, finance and sales and delivery organization, and even our technology and product organization representatives are in these data management teams. And the most important task for the data management team at the beginning is to create this kind of data concept for that data area. And in our data concept, we have defined that in there we will start on this high-level definitions of data. So, for example, the definition, what is a customer or what is a product? And these kind of questions are pretty hard, and sometimes there need to be even top management people involved when we do the first definitions to these data concepts. But also the data concepts includes processes. We define who need to edit the data, what kind of data, and there is also every single attribute defined. After we have done this kind of conceptual definition, with what kind of data we are working with, then we proceed to the IT architecture decisions. So when working with data, we cannot fix the data by taking a new IT system. And luckily, Joonas was brilliant enough to start from the concept and process side. And when we have defined then what kind of data we need to have and in which kind of processes these are created, then we can do the decisions that in which systems we will manage which kind of data. And all the time when we get piece by piece the decisions done, we start directly the IT system development for the topics, and also then we do these data cleanups in our projects. So we ensure that the data is correct and cleaned in the systems. After this, when we are proceeding to the rollout and the go live of the new solutions, then we do trainings for all and every single data role. And after this, we will then establish this kind of data quality and monitoring systems. Then our data vision. Data is created only once, and we want to use it thousands of times. And we are targeting that every single employee would have the right data available at the right places. And everybody knows their data role. This word data role is a new one for our company, and people have really much been enjoying that they know what is their role with all the data. And we have this kind of business process-driven approach. So as I said, we started by defining the business processes. And when we know, for example, with customer data, that customer and account is created when we have the leads, we have added all of these data actions to our business process list. So for example, in here you can see that we have added really these data processes under our business processes. So they are not a separate thing existing in our business. And then we have the data platform approach that we collect from all the business processes and the applications that they are using the master data and data that is needed in the other system. And we collect all of our data to the same data platform, and then we distribute the data back to all the use of processes. And in here, Jonas did a really good decision a couple of years back. So he decided that we separated in our team 2 roles. So I am responsible that everybody is creating the data in the correct process step and in the correct IT system. And then my colleague is responsible of distributing that data then into use. So I am responsible of getting the data correctly into the first systems where they are created, and then my colleague has the responsibility of making that data available then to all the other systems.
Yes.
Yes. And then I wanted to still say a couple words about the most important steps that need to be done when starting to create a data concept for the company. And as I said, everything starts by creating these definitions for the data. What is customer, what is a product. And these are like really high-level training materials and basically the introduction materials, for example, when new fellows are joining to the companies. Then for every single data that is identified as for example, here I have a account subtype that is a part of our customer data concept. So every single attribute that we have is defined based on this kind of data cards. And then we check for all of those attributes that in which kind of business processes they are first time created and when they need to be and where available. And quite often these are not done in this kind of data governance projects, but these are really the ones that makes it clear for everybody to know what they need to do and when. Then after these ones, we can proceed to the data and IT application development and decisions and do all the nice data storing and sharing models. But then I have time for Jonas to tell about the challenges and also the success stuff, why we are succeeding.
Yes, indeed. So why we have succeeded in this journey. So if we start like really on the top, so our data steering group is consisting of our leadership team members. So we have ability to get clear targets, which is shared among our functions. So it is not unclear to anybody that what we are doing, why we are doing. Then when we go to the data hub team itself, for example, let's take this customer as an example. So it's consisting of cross-functional members. So there is always somebody from each function giving the own important comments to the data concepts, so that everybody is heard and everybody can join the decision making. Then the speed of the development is of course one thing. So we are doing parallelly the development of data concepts. We are doing the technical stuff and also the cleanups. So of course this is also the one thing why we have succeeded, that we have separated the roles, that we have a clear role who is handling the data concept and definitions and the data quality part, and then we have a technical role who is handling the technical part. But then what is like a special in F-Secure is that we have understanding of data integrity importance. That is like a self-evident thing, and we have motivation to fix the data quality. So when this is inside the company, there is no why questions. So why we need to get customer, product, whatever data in a good shape. We're using millions of transactions. So that's the reason why also this basic data needs to be in a good shape. But also, of course, this kind of process have challenges. So of course, communications is a one thing. So you cannot never communicate too much. And I think so we have also felt that impact that always there is somebody who has not heard. So we try to avoid this I didn't know effect, but of course that is happening and it's natural. But of course good to remember this point.
And for example, there we have had these cases that we have started to define what does a word customer or product mean. So then there might arise around the organization a different opinions that why these people who are now nominated can finally decide this stuff. So communicating also that now we have the team who is working on these decisions and definitions. So that is also something that we have faced, that it's good to communicate also the parts that when we are defining these words for the first time.
Yes, and then the ownership of the data concept, so overall ownership. So who is the owner? It's sometimes really challenging discussions that, for example, customer, who is actually owning that data concept? I bet that there is like many companies who is struggling with that one. But then also if we go to the attribute level, so who is actually owning the definition of the critical attribute? So of course Data Hub is the main party who is deciding that. So that's the place where the common agreement will happen. And we will sit in those meetings as long as needed to get that consensus about this. But then, as a last challenge, or I don't know if that is a challenge, but in every case, we have multiple architects in different functions. In a way, this is also a strength. We have a lot of technical power there, but also we have a lot of opinions. What is the best way to build, for example, data sharing capability? And again, it's a bit like a communication. We need that common agreement. We need that everybody is on board. But overall, I feel that we have had like a quite nice journey so far. Our journey is continuing. And I would like to close this presentation with the words that be secured, be safe, thank you.